Do you find yourself constantly grabbing convenience food or hitting the drive-thru because of your busy schedule? Are you tired of your clothes not fitting and wish you felt more like yourself again? Does the word diet make you cringe because of past failed attempts that left you hungry and deprived? I'm Alicia, a wife, mom, fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle coach for women. After years of dieting, losing, and regaining the same weight, I realized I needed a new approach. I was burnt out from trying to be everything to everyone and chasing a number on the scale. To truly show up as the wife and mom I wanted to be and to finally find freedom in my health meant redefining my relationship to food, exercise, my body, and most importantly, to myself. I discovered the power of brain-based nutrition, fitness, habits, and routines to create a healthy lifestyle without restriction or deprivation. And now I'm excited to share everything I've learned with you. If you're ready to follow a simple brain-based nutrition and fitness plan built on habits and routines designed for busy moms and women, you're in the right place. Let's do this together. Hey, welcome back to The Strong Her Way. It is Alicia Carlson, and it is so good to be here with you this week. I've got a super short episode. I am traveling for work. I'm super excited to be at this conference, learning some new things, connecting with some other health and fitness pros. But we know that with traveling can come a lot of disruption to our normal routines and rhythms. And if you are working on your habits or if you have specific goals, then we know that consistency is a big part of that. And what I see a lot of times when I'm working with my clients, when the holidays come around, when summer break happens or winter break, or they're taking trips and going on vacations, there's obviously a massive disruption to just your normal lifestyle, right? And a lot of times it can be really hard to find healthy options, or we have to work a little bit harder to make those healthy choices to stay consistent. And one of the first things I just want to kind of acknowledge here is that we have to let go of perfection. We have to let go of the all or nothing thinking. That whole kind of vacation mentality of I'm going on vacation, screw it, we'll just focus on it, we'll get back to it when we get back. That is not going to be something that is going to be super helpful if you have specific goals that you are working on. A lot of times when we take that approach to vacation or to summer break or the holidays, which now, oh my gosh, it's August and I am already seeing stuff for Halloween and Christmas in the stores, that those seasons can end up being such a big part of the year that if we were to really look at the amount of days that you are, being consistent, you're focused on your goals, you're hitting your protein, you're hitting your sleep, your movement, all of those big rocks that we always talk about on the show, you would probably be surprised how many days you're not actually hitting those targets. And one of the things that we talk about here on the show all of the time is it's letting go of this standard of perfection because that really isn't a high standard at all, right? Perfect is not even on the table. It's not an option. But a lot of times we are subconsciously holding ourselves to that standard. So it's letting go of that. And instead, it's what can I do? So, how can I still make progress towards my goals? How can I still show up for myself, even when I'm on vacation, even when, it's the holidays, even when it's summer and the kids are out of school and life is just kind of crazy all over the place? So, a few things that I am doing this week while I am traveling is I am still going to find ways to move my body in some way. That is just kind of like a standard, right? It's like some days that movement is just walking, right? It might be walking and sightseeing or, walking through the zoo or doing something like that, right? But just walking. Other days, if I have access to a hotel gym, I am going to go hit the gym. Now, it may not be like the full workout that I would have done if I was at home or in kind of my normal routine, but I'm still going to go up there and I'm going to do something. Even if it's 10 minutes, even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's just doing something in your Airbnb or your hotel room, like a body weight circuit. Part of the reason we want to do that is because we want to continue to build that groove of consistency in our lives, especially if you are just getting started, especially if you have a habit of starting and stopping and, not really having kind of this long-term sort of lifestyle around fitness. And that really isn't your fault because so much of the way that we have been taught to approach fitness and health is really from that diet mentality where it's okay if I can do this for 5 weeks, if I could do this for 12 weeks, if I could do this just until I reach the goal. And then we reach the goal and we end up reverting back to our old habits, our old patterns. We let our foot off the gas, so to speak. Now, when I talk about having your foot on the gas, I'm not saying it's full throttle all the time, because I do truly believe that in order to make this a healthy lifestyle that you can really stick with, it's something you're going to do forever. Now, there are going to be seasons or periods where maybe you push a little bit harder, maybe you're a little bit more focused, a little bit more dialed in. That's totally fine. There are also going to be seasons where it feels a little bit more like maybe you're just in maintenance mode, you're in coast mode. That's also fine. And that all of that is a part of a long-term lifestyle of fitness and health. And that is really one of the biggest revelations that so many of my clients have is this like, aha, like, oh, this is something I'm going to do forever. And for some people, that can bring kind of this sense of dread of like, oh my gosh, I have to do this forever. But there's almost this relaxation that happens when it's like, this is a forever journey. Like, there's never going to be a point where I'm not lifting weights, I'm not walking, I'm not working on my sleep, I'm not, consistently kind of chipping away and stacking those small wins onto this chain, right? This chain of wins. So, some things that I am doing to stay kind of with my big rocks, which are my protein, my movement, sleep, hydration, all of that. I packed my liquid IVs, right? I packed some electrolytes so that I have those, especially on long travel days. Staying hydrated is important, especially if you're not able to eat a ton on the plane, like I did on my way out here to the East Coast. That was a horrible travel day, but so it's packing the hydration stuff. So making sure you've got a water bottle. You've got your electrolytes if that's something that you're using. It's getting that movement in, like I talked about, whether that's walking, hitting the hotel gym, doing a workout in your room, going and sightseeing, whatever it is, just finding some way to move, even if it's just 10 minutes to stay with that consistency. Protein. This is a hard one, especially if you're eating out a lot because it's not always reliable how much protein you're going to get on a salad or how much protein you're actually going to get in a meal. Now, when I am eating out, for the most part, I'm going to look for an option or I'm going to add protein, add veggies to whatever it is that I'm eating. But I also just ran to the drugstore around the corner and last night and picked up a few options so that I had those in my hotel room. I grabbed some Greek yogurt. I grabbed some fig bars so that I had some carbohydrates. I grabbed dark chocolate because why not? And a couple of protein shakes. And I think that was pretty much it. But I just wanted to be sure that I had a few high protein options that I could start the day with, because oftentimes when we front load protein earlier in the day, just like if we can front load a little bit of movement by going for a walk or something like that, it's going to be a lot easier to hit those targets than if we wait and we're like, oh my gosh, I've only got 4,000 steps. My goal was 10,000. Now I have to hurry up and try to make up those 6,000 steps or not do it at all, which some days I'm at 6,500 or something. And it's like, it is what it is. We'll get back at it tomorrow. Or with the protein, right? It's like, okay, I have this goal of 150 grams of protein. If I'm only at 80 by dinner time, it's going to be pretty difficult to make up that extra 70 grams. So try front loading your day with protein. One easy way to do that is make sure you have some higher protein options on hand. Go to the grocery store, go to the market, do the best that you can, recognizing that some of these options are not going to be maybe perfect. They're not going to be the options that you want to do all of the time. But hey, around here, C's get degrees. And if we're hitting our targets at least 70% of the time, we really can make a huge stride. But it's got to be 70% consistently. The other thing is sleep. Now, this is a big one that can be massively disrupted when we are traveling. And so it's, again, doing the best that we can. One of the things we can do is try to maintain the same or a very similar sleep and wake schedule and routine. So, trying as best as you can to kind of stay with that is going to help. Obviously, the dark room, the cool room. I am regretting that I didn't bring earplugs, so maybe I'll have to go back to the store to buy some of those. But earplugs if you need them, a sleeping mask if that helps, whatever it is to still focus on your sleep, because sleep, as we are learning, is such an integral part to our health, our well-being, but especially if your goal is fat loss, if your goal is building muscle, you've got to sleep. Recovery is not kind of this extra thing or this optional thing, like I think a lot of us approach it. It really is a part of the training program. So focusing on your sleep, I do truly think that that becomes more important as we get older, as we start to go through some of those hormonal shifts and, perimenopause through menopause. Sleep becomes an even more critical factor into that recipe. What is one of our other big rocks? I think that really kind of covers it. So again, like I said, short and sweet this week. While I'm traveling, I will be eager to be with you guys next week to bring another episode. I think the biggest thing here is yes, when we're on vacation, yes, when life throws us curveballs, because it always will, when routines and rhythms change, don't get stressed out about it, right? It's not that it's always going to look the same or that the goal is for it to be perfect. It's just looking at, okay, in this given moment, what can I do to help myself be successful? What can I do to still continue to show up for myself and not slink back into that all or nothing perfectionistic mindset? Because that is never going to be something that helps you stay consistent for the long haul. All right, thanks for hanging out with me this week. Sorry this episode's a little bit later than usual. But again, I look forward to being with you guys again next week. And if you are listening to this show, if you've been listening for a while, if you're brand new here, welcome. But if you've been listening for a while and you like what you hear, there are a couple of things that you can do. One, you can leave us a review because that's going to help more people find the show. You can also share it with one of your girlfriends or somebody that you feel like would really benefit from what we talk about here on the Strong Her Way. Two, if you are listening and you're like, gosh, I want to know more. Like, is this something that could really work for me? There are a few different ways that you can take that next step. And what I want you to do there is head to thestrongherway.com/work-with-us. That will be in the show notes. But head over there and just see what we have to offer. See what feels like the next best right step for you in this season. Until next week, have a great rest of your day. I hope this episode blesses and encourages you to keep taking those steps in your fitness, your health journey to become a strong, vibrant version of yourself, or to maybe even just get back to feeling like yourself. Until next week, bye.
Thanks for tuning in to The Strong Her Way. If you're ready to redefine your relationship with food, exercise, and yourself, remember it's all about building habits and routines that fit into your busy life without restriction or deprivation. I hope today's episode inspired you to take the next step on your journey to a healthier, happier you. Don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. And if you found this helpful, Please leave a review and share it with other women who need a little extra encouragement. Together, we can all become stronger. Until next time, stay strong and keep moving forward.